Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back, my dear people. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm in the good time. Well, people, if you can see me, if I'm audible to everyone, just let me know in the chat box. Just let me know in the chat box if I'm audible and visible to everyone. Just people, let me know in the chat box. Give me some green signal from the chat box so that I'll get to know whether I'm audible and visible to you guys, yeah? Welcome back, my dear people. Welcome back. So how was the paper, guys? Can you just let me know in the chat box? Can you just let me know in the chat box? I really want to see how did your paper go, how well it was. Well, the paper was full of organic. Is that? Yeah? Okay, but the paper was easy, right? It was not difficult at all, like memory-based questions and everything, okay? And majority of the questions we had done in the mock test, if you remember. Yeah? Perfect, people. So till now I got some 12 to 13 memory-based questions from the students. So I'll try to solve those 12 to 13 questions which have come in your first shift. Okay, right after me, Shreyas sir is going to join in, and after Shreyas sir, I'll be joining in again with the left out questions which we did not get yet. All right. So before starting the session, guys, the ones who are new to the channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Wasim Bhatt and I'm your chemistry master teacher right here on this JEE Enthuse channel. Yeah. The ones who have not liked the video yet, please do like the video, share the video with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of every single session which we take live on this JEE Enthuse channel, okay? I'm not sure whether maths will be on this channel today. I'm not sure about that because I think Shimon sir is out of the town, right? He'll be joining in maybe late, yeah? Okay, so people, this was the first question. First, give me some confirmation. Was this the question asked in the today's shift? Did you see any question like this in the today's shift? You were given with two statements, right? Like this from the chapter solid state. Was there a question like this? Let me know. Give me some confirmation from the chat box fast. Yeah? Right, people? Well, I can see majority of the students are saying yes, the question was asked. Okay. So let's see what is going to be the correct answer of this question. What did you write for this, guys? Can you just let me know in the chat box? I want to see what was your answer for this question. What did you exactly write? What did you write? What was your answer for this one? Well, people have written option B. Is that? Is that? Absolutely. Option B is the correct answer of this question. So +4 for everyone, I must say. Okay. So people, if you remember Frankel defect, it is the example of what? It is the example of the stoichiometric defect. Yeah? It is the example of the stoichiometric defect in which some of the ions leave their lattice sites. I'm writing it over here. They leave their lattice sites and occupy the interstitial sites. Okay, so first of all, if some of the ions are leaving their lattice sites, so first of all, at that positions there will be a vacancy created. So first of all, I must say your Frankel defect, it is the vacancy defect, right? Because some of the ions are leaving their actual sites, okay, creating a vacancy. So first of all, it is the vacancy defect, and at the same time, the ions which are leaving their lattice points, they are occupying the interstitial sites. So it is the example of the interstitial as well. Okay, so first statement is absolutely true. Frankel defect, it shows interstitial as well as vacancy defect. Okay. At the same time, if you look at the second statement, in Frankel defect, solid shows color due to F center. Is it correct, guys? It's not at all correct. F centers are created in metal excess defects due to anion vacancies, right? F centers are created in metal excess defects due to anion vacancies, as you all must be knowing, which is the example of the non-stoichiometric defect. Yeah. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is incorrect. So option 2 is the correct answer of this question. You can let me know in the chat box. You can let me know in the chat box if you got +4 in this one. Just let me know fast. Just let me know fast in the chat box if you got +4 in this one. Yeah? Perfect, guys. A very simple question it was, right? Okay. Let's move on to one more question which was asked. Yeah? Okay, this is the second question, guys, which I got from one of the student. You can Let me know its answer as well. Okay, it was a very simple question, people, right? It was a very simple question, directly taken from your NCERT. Okay, reaction of phenol with Br2 and water gives some A, and reaction of same phenol with Br2 and CS2 at less than 5 degrees centigrade gives B. What is the product A and B? What do you think? What you had written in this one? You can let me know in the chat box first. I want to see what did you write in this one, people. I want to see what did you write in this one. So first of all, we have got two reactions basically, right? We have got two reactions. I'm starting with phenol. Okay, I'm starting with phenol. In the first reaction, I'm doing the bromination in presence of water. This is Br2H2, right? Okay, the second reaction is going to be phenol with Br2 and CS2, correct? What are the products in these reactions? What do you think? So first of all, if you remember, in case of water has got the very high dielectric constant compared to CS2, okay? So what will happen in the first reaction? In the first reaction, polybromination is going to take place, right? Due to the polybromination, what is the product which you'll be getting? You'll be getting 2,4,6 tribromophenol as the product, right? In the first reaction, the product is going to be this one. This is OH. Over here, Br gets attached. Over here, Br gets attached. Over here, one more Br gets attached. So you get 2,4,6 tribromophenol as the product in the first reaction when you are using water over here, right? And when you use CS2, only monobromination takes place. So you get ortho and the para product over here, right? You get ortho and the para product over here. So one of the product in this case is going to be orthobromophenol, and the second one is going to be the parabromophenol. And if I'll ask you which one is going to be the major product, you'll clearly say parabromophenol is going to be the major product over here, right? People, was this the answer asked? Was this the question? You can just confirm. How many of you got it right? In the first one, polybromination is taking place. In the second one, monobromination is taking place. And over here, this is your major product. This the parabromophenol, right, is the major product. Yeah? Perfect. How many of you got +4 in this one? You can let me know in the chat box fast. Perfect. Wonderful. Yes, it was again the easy question directly taken from your NCERT. Yeah? Okay. Moving on to one more question then. Okay. By which of the following process deionized water can be obtained? Okay. Again the question directly taken from your NCERT. You can let me know its answer. What did you write in this one, people? In which of the following processes deionized water, that water which does not contain any ion, is something which we call as deionized water. Okay. How do we get the deionized water? By which process? Again the question directly taken from your NCERT. People, is it going to be synthetic resins method by means of which we get the deionized water? Yeah, it's absolutely going to be option 2, which is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Right, people? So option 2 is the answer of this question. You can let me know in the chat box how many of you got +4. The question directly again taken from your NCERT. Yeah? How many of you got +4 in this one? A very simple question, guys. Yeah? Right? You can call it as the memory-based question as well. Perfect. Moving on to one more. See, this is the statement from where the question has been taken from your NCERT. Right? This is the paragraph. Anyways, how many electrons are present in 4f orbitals of gadolinium dipositive? Was this the question asked? Was this the question asked? You can let me know fast in the chat box. Yeah? People, was this the question asked? How many electrons are present in 4f orbitals of GD dipositive? Yeah? Well, I can see majority of the people are saying yes, the question was asked. And people, what is going to be the answer of this question? If you remember the electronic configuration of gadolinium, right? You just have to take 2 electrons out of the gadolinium, right? And later on, the electronic configuration of GD dipositive will contain 7 electrons in its f orbitals. Have a look over here. This is the electronic configuration of gadolinium. 4f7, 5d1, 6s2. Now you are taking 2 electrons out. Take those 2 electrons out from here. So how many f electrons are there? How many f electrons are there remaining? Okay, there are 7 f electrons. Right, people? Yes. So what is going to be the answer of this question? It's going to be absolutely 7. 7 is the correct answer of this question. Was the atomic number given? Yes, absolutely. Anyways, gadolinium atomic number you all must be knowing, it's 64, right? It has got the exceptional electronic configuration, right? Okay, this is something which you study in your class 11th electronic configurations. Yeah? Perfect. So the answer of this question is absolutely going to be 7. Okay, moving on to one more. Can you let me know, was this the question asked? Was this the question asked about the Ellingham diagram? 8 kahan se aayega? It's going to be 7. Let me know fast in the chat box. People, was this the question asked? Just give me some confirmation in the chat box. Was it asked? Well, Captain Sparrow is saying no. Some people are saying yes. Majority of the students are saying yes, the question was asked. Yeah? So if the question was asked, let's try to see what is going to be the correct answer of this question. See guys, statement 1 says Ellingham diagram is used to check which metal to be reduced to which compound. He is saying which metal to be reduced. Metal to be reduced or metal oxide to be reduced. It is the metal oxide to be reduced, okay? So is the first statement correct or incorrect? First statement is absolutely incorrect, right? Because metal oxide gets reduced, okay? What about the second statement? In Ellingham diagram, as we move from left to right, entropy increases. Is this correct? Due to the phase change, absolutely the entropy increases, right? So statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. So what is going to be the answer of this question? Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Option C is the one which is the correct answer of this question. So you can just let me know in the chat box how many of you got +4 in this one. I just want to see it. How many of you got +4 in this one, people? Just let me know fast in the chat box. Just read the statements carefully. I'm sure you would have killed it. Yeah? Okay. Perfect, people, perfect. So let's move on then to one more question. Okay, on heating Novolac with formaldehyde, which of the following polymers will form? This is a question which we have done many a times in the mock test, guys. I hope you remember it, okay? Can you let me know what did you write in this one? I just want to see it. What did you write in this one, people? When Novolac is heated with formaldehyde, what happens? Cross-linking occurs, right? And due to the cross-linking, what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? We get bakelite at the end. Yes, which is solid infusible mass. I hope you know it. So what is going to be the answer of this question? It's going to be bakelite. You can check it out as well. This is the question directly taken from your NCERT. Again, I'm telling you, okay? Novolac on heating with formaldehyde undergoes cross-linking to form an infusible solid mass called as bakelite, right? So this is your bakelite at the end, which you get formed. So how many of you got +4 in this one? It was again the easy question, right? Let me know fast in the chat box how many of you got +4 in this. I really want to see it. Well, I could not see any question from physical chemistry part. Can you just text me some questions in the chat box from the physical chemistry part? Because whatever questions I got from the students, all the questions were from either organic or inorganic. Yeah? If you remember some of the physical chemistry questions, you can send it to me in the chat box. Yeah? Okay? Perfect, people. So let's move on to one more. What is true for adsorption of a gas on the solid surface? Very, very common question, guys. Yeah? From the chapter surface chemistry. Can you let me know its answer fast? I want to see what you wrote in this one. During adsorption of gas on the solid, first of all, is it the exothermic process or endothermic process? It's absolutely the exothermic process. And for the exothermic processes, delta H is negative, right? So first thing, whenever a gas gets adsorbed on the solid, it's exothermic, delta H is negative. Delta H is negative, right? And when the gas is adsorbed on the surface of the solid, what happens to the randomness of the gas molecules? Randomness decreases, entropy decreases. And if the entropy decreases, that clearly says delta S will be negative. So delta H as well as delta S, both the ones are going to be negative. Yeah, a very simple one it was again, right? So what is the correct answer of this question? It's going to be option D, people. Delta H is negative as well as delta S is negative. You can let me know in the chat box how many of you got +4 in this one. How many of you wrote option D as the answer? It was again the easy question, people, right? How many of you got +4 in this one? Just let me know in the chat box. Again, a very simple question it was, yeah? Perfect. Let's move on to one more then. Let's move on to one more. The reaction of acetophenone with Br2 and KOH forms products A and B. Okay, what are those A and B? Isn't it the haloform reaction? Isn't it the haloform reaction? Yeah? Right, people? Acetophenone with Br2 and KOH. What do we get? What do we get? We'll be getting benzoic acid, and with the benzoic acid we get bromoform. Yeah? Right? With the benzoic acid we get the bromoform. Correct? We have done this reaction many a times in the mock test if you remember. The reaction of acetophenone with Br2. Let me show you the exact reaction. This is your basically acetophenone on reaction with Br2 and NaOH. We get benzoic acid, and with this benzoic acid you get CHBr3, which is what we call as bromoform over here. Yeah? Right? Right, people? Again, the easy question it was, directly taken from your NCERT. Let me move on to one more then. Inter-halogen compound AB3 has T-shaped structure. How many lone pairs are present on A? What did you write in this one? What did you write in this one? Let me see exactly what did you write. What did you write in this one, people? Inter-halogen compound of the type AB3. Okay, let me take one of the inter-halogen compound of the type AB3, for example ClF3. I'm taking ClF3. Okay, yeah, or let's take BrF3. Let's take anything. Okay, in case of AB3, right, how many lone pairs will be there on? First of all, it's a T shape, right? It's a T shape. If it is a T shape, that means this is for example your A, this is for example your A, correct? This is one of the lone pair present on the equatorial position. This is one of the lone pair present on the equatorial position. This is 1b present at the equatorial position, right? Okay, and 1b is going to be perpendicular to the plane like this upwards, and 1b is going to be perpendicular to the plane downwards. So the shape comes out BT. So basically there are 3 sigma bonds and 2 lone pairs on the central atom, right? So absolutely the answer is going to be 2. Yeah. So how many of you got +4 in this one, people? You can let me know fast in the chat box. Just let me know in the chat box how many of you got +4 in this one. Wonderful, guys, right? It has got a lot of examples, right? You can take BrF3 as the example. It has got T shape. Yeah. Right? Perfect. Let's move on to one more question. Okay. Which one is the violet colored complex? Again, the memory based question directly taken from your NCERT. Can you let me know fast in the chat box? Can you let me know fast in the chat box, like what did you write in this one? What did you write in this one, people? Which one is the violet colored complex? It's absolutely going to be option A. Okay, sodium pentacyano-nitrosyl thioferrate. It is basically a violet colored complex, right? I feel very sorry for you, right? Because these sort of questions are asked, and these are all memory based questions. You can do nothing out of these. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to one more, guys. Which of the following will dissolve in water and give a color? Which of the following dissolves in water and gives a color? Can you let me know its answer? I just want to see what did you write in this one. Okay, Priyanshu is saying one question was asked as density of KCl solution. Density of KCl solution is how much? Can you write the question again, Priyanshu? Priyanshu, can you write the question again? Density of KCl solution is 1.2 grams per ml, right? Molality is given to us as 3.3 molal. We were supposed to calculate molarity. People, was this one more question asked? Was this the question asked? Density of KCl solution was given, molality was given. We were supposed to calculate molarity. Was it? Was it? So should we solve this question first? If you remember, I gave you one result between molarity and molality. What is that? Molality is basically 1000 multiplied by molarity of the solution divided by 1000 multiplied by density of solution minus molarity multiplied by molar mass of solute, right? This is the direct result which you were supposed to use in order to calculate what? Molarity. See guys, simple. Molality of the solution is given to us as 3.3, right? Molarity is something which I need to calculate. Density of solution, we know that's given to us as 1.2. Okay. Molarity you need to calculate. Molar mass of KCl is 74.5, I believe. Okay. So every parameter is given to us. You were supposed to calculate molarity from here. Isn't it a simple question, guys? Right? Simple memory based question. Yeah. I'm sure you can solve it afterwards and get the answer. Right? Right, people? Is there any other question from physical or inorganic part which I missed? This is a easy kill question, guys. If you just remember the direct result, I've given you this result many a times. You could have easily solved this question. I'm sure about it. Yeah. You can keep on sending me the questions in the chat box. You can keep on sending me the questions in the chat box. Okay. Those questions, which I missed. So what is going to be the answer of this question, people? Which of the following will dissolve in water and give color? It is going to be CuCl2. CuCl2, people. CuCl2 aqueous solution. What color it has? It has got a turquoise color. Yeah. Okay. How many of you wrote second option for this one? You can let me know fast. This is again one more question directly taken from your NCRT. Yeah. Option 2 is the one which is the correct answer of this question. How many of you got +4 in this one, people? CuCl2 aqueous solution is basically turquoise, which is light green, light blue, whatever. Okay. There's a strange color. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to one more. Okay, was this the question asked? Just give me some confirmation in the chat box. Prashant is saying CH2, CH2, isostructural with. What were the options given? C2H2, isostructural with. What were the options given? You can let me know the options. We can solve the questions here itself. Anyways, in Bohr's model, velocity of the electron increases with the decrease in the positive charge of the nucleus, as the electrons are not held tightly. What do you think about this one? Is this statement correct? Is this statement correct, people? See, if you remember, for the single electron species, how do we calculate velocity of the electron in the nth Bohr's orbit? It's equal to V0 Z divided by N, where Z represents the atomic number. Atomic number means number of protons, right? Number of protons. Yes. So in Bohr's model, velocity of the electron increases with the decrease in the positive charge. How come positive charge will decrease in the nucleus if number of protons will decrease? How come number of protons will decrease in the nucleus if Z value will decrease? If Z value decreases, that means velocity of the electron should decrease. But what it is saying? It's saying velocity of the electron increases with the decrease in the positive charge. Is it correct? Absolutely incorrect. Velocity of the electron decreases on decreasing the value of Z, on decreasing the number of protons. So this is the incorrect one. This is the incorrect one. Velocity decreases with increase in the principal quantum number. It is absolutely correct. Your principal quantum number and velocity, they are inversely proportional to each other. When principal quantum number is increased, that actually means velocity of the electron in the nth Bohr's orbit, that decreases, right? Velocity decrease with the increase in the principal quantum number. Velocity decrease with the increase in the principal quantum number. So first statement is correct. Sorry, first statement is incorrect and the second statement is correct. So statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Yeah? Option C is the one which is correct. So how many of you got +4 in this one? Let me know fast. Let me know fast, people. How many of you got +4 in this one?
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me loud and clear, Abhijit? I hope I'm loud and clear. Hi Sadan, hi Mayank, hi Munjul. Hello Aishwarya, hello Chemistry Lover, hello Rishabh, hello Ria, hello Frozen. Nice to see you guys on the other side. And this is Shreyas here, your Physics Master Teacher at Vedantu going live. Welcome aboard. So, time for the physics discussion. Yes, loud and clear. And how was it, guys? Was it easy? Was it difficult? Was it tricky? Was it lengthy? How many questions did you think you cracked? Are you now probably prepared for JEE Advanced? Yeah, can we go ahead for JEE Advanced, or what is it like? No, we have to take a drop. What do you think? The paper was easy? Okay, good. That's a good sign. If the paper was easy, nice to see that the paper was easy, and I'm pretty sure you will score well. And those who have studied, as many high weighted chapters, medium weighted chapters as possible, and if you have used all our strategies, I really hope you score about 200, 250, whatever your ambition or aim is. And this is Shreyas here your physics master teacher, going live at Vedantu, and like we always do, be it the February, March or the July attempt, we have always been coming over here immediately after the paper to discuss all the questions. Now there is one breaking news coming in. There is one breaking news. Do you want to? Acha, why Shimon sir is not there in the thumbnail? So Fauzan, Shimon sir is out of town. I think he told that also yesterday in the Sure Shot series. So that's why he will be discussing the paper on Sunday. Actually, he thought he could discuss, but there is very poor connectivity in the town where he is right now. So that's why he will not be able to, even conduct the class from wherever he is right now. Yes. So going to eat biryani. Yes, he is eating biryani. Shimon sir is eating biryani. You should ask him to post pictures. And if he does not eat biryani, I will eat biryani for sure in the evening. Now there is a very important announcement. Now you all might have heard about Eklavya batch. Eklavya batch is the free batch for JEE Advanced, and students who have got extremely high percentile above 97, they were eligible for this batch, where we had a lot of modules, where we had a lot of test series, where we had the topmost teachers, where we had maximum selections out there. And there were, more than 500 selections last year from JEE Advanced, not from Mains, from JEE Advanced, the students who went into IIT. And this batch had amazing tests, and we want to propagate this. So guess what? The interesting thing is, now there is a breaking news, and the breaking news is the house is full. The house is full. Yeah. The admissions for this batch are over. So what instead of this? We will be telling this to you on 1st or 2nd of September. Alright? So there are too many people right now. It's very difficult to accommodate more people. So that's a breaking news. So no more further admissions in the JEE Advanced Eklavya batch. Will we have something else? You will find out. Now, if you want to get into the dropper batch, there is a link in the description box. If you think that you have not performed well, you can check it out. The dropper batches are also starting very soon, and the prices are also affordable out there. So let's begin with the first question coming up on your screen. This was a fairly easy one, I guess. So the question says there are 3 gases at the same temperature, and the question was to compare the RMS speed. The question was to compare the RMS speed. And how do you compare the RMS speed? Use the formula Vrms is equal to root of 3 times RT by molecular weight. Now temperature is same, R is same. Now that also means that if the molecular weight is more, the Vrms speed will be less. Now who has the highest molecular weight out of the 3? Obviously it is the carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide will have highest molecular weight, then comes oxygen, and then comes hydrogen. Hence, the speed will be exactly in the reverse order. So the lowest speed will be for carbon dioxide, then it will be for oxygen, and then for hydrogen. Okay? No, it is not A. The question is to find RMS speed. So hence, the correct answer should be B. Yep. How many of you got this? How many of you guys got this? Very good. Ria says +4. Beautiful. Excellent. Easy question, right? Let's go to the next question. Now, in this question, there was a LR circuit. Yes, this was definitely an easy kill question. There was an LR circuit, and the question is the energy stored in the inductor after a long time is 64 joules, whereas the power consumed is 640. I think this was 640 watts, not joules. The power cannot be in joules, it has to be watts. Okay, so find the time constant for this LR circuit. So let's see what we can do. See, time constant. What is the formula for time constant, guys? It is nothing but L by R. Now, do I know L? Do I know R? No, but I can find L and R indirectly. How? By this information. 64 joules is the energy stored in the inductor. So it is half Li square. Hence, L will be nothing but 64 into 2 is 128 divided by I square. Everybody getting this? Similarly, it is mentioned that the power consumed. Where will the power be consumed? In the resistance. Therefore, I squared R will be 640. Therefore, think about it. What will be R? It will be 640 divided by I square. Now I think I get a hint. I know L, I know R, just substitute it over here and see what happens. So L will be 128 divided by I square and R will be 640 divided by I square. Just check this out. Did everybody get this? Yes, already looks like Aishwarya, Tisha, Common Man, Amit already putting +4 out there. Very good. So 128 and 640, that's nothing but 1/5 seconds, which is nothing but 0.2 seconds. Just check this out. Did you guys get 0.2 seconds? Did you guys get 0.2 seconds? Bhukia, it's not option 2, bacha. It will be option A. By the way, guys, remember these questions are based on memory. Maybe the options might look different in the examination, but the idea is very important. The concept is very important. So these values, etc., everything based on memory. And thanks to all the students in our Eklavya batches, thanks to all the teachers who are working behind the scenes to make sure that you get the correct solutions, you get the frame of the question, how the questions were asked, the type of questions, and the concept behind it. So there is a lot of hard work which has gone in, and you should probably say thank you to all the teachers who are working in the background, all our content creators who are making sure that the questions get typed in the small span of time, and also our Eklavya students who have come after the examination, who have come out of the examination hall and given us all these memory based questions. All right, so let's get going to the next one coming up on your screen now. Okay, Mukund, well, L di by dt will give you EMF, bacha, not the power. So probably that is just coincidence. Two spheres, each of radius, now this is interesting, are thrown up and at an interval of 3 seconds. At what height will they collide? Now, in order to find the height at which they collide, just tell me guys, was this how the question was asked? Yes, Sagar, you can expect these kind of questions. So, tell me, was this the kind of question which was asked? Now, here it is, what you need to do. First of all, let's say this was one ball and it was thrown up. Okay, it was thrown up. Now, first think about it. What would be the speed of that ball which is thrown initially after 3 seconds? So, after velocity at 3 seconds will be, this was thrown at 30 meters per second. So, it will be u plus acceleration is -10 into time is 3. Oh, interestingly, the speed is 0 meters per second. What it means is, when this ball reaches here at 3 seconds, it is at rest, but that other ball is now just thrown with a speed of 30 meters per second. It's now thrown at 3 seconds, okay, with the same speed. Now, here what you need to do is understand, after this, once you throw both these balls and both of them are in air, don't you see both of them will have the same acceleration? So, can I not say, since the acceleration is same, hence understand the relative acceleration will be 0. And if the relative acceleration is 0, that means the relative velocity will be constant. Does that make sense? The relative velocity will be constant. Now, okay, fine, Karthik, if the velocity was 35, you will just change few things here and there, that's it. Sai, it can, it may not, nobody can tell you that. Most of the times, we have seen that some of the questions at least repeat. Now, once I know this, figure out the time taken to collide. How do I find the time taken to collide? Well, just figure out what is exactly this distance between the leading edges of the ball. So how do I find the distance between these two? Well, first figure out how high did the ball go. What was the height reached by the ball? Let's say I call it h. This h will be u square, which is 30 square by 2 into g. Now 30 square is 900, so 900 by 20, one of the 0 goes, this will be 45 meters. Once I get this height, try to visualize this concept. The center to center distance is 45 because the ball was thrown from here. the center of the ball has gone up by 45 meters. So these two edges will be at a distance of 45 minus, what is the radius of the ball? It is 5 centimeters, that means 0.5. So minus 0.5 minus 0.05 minus 0.05 meters. So that would be nothing but 44.9 meters. Just check this out if everybody is fine. Now, once you get this distance using this relative velocity concept, what is the relative velocity between the balls? One is at rest, other is moving at 30. So that relative velocity will be 30 meters per second. So from this, you can find the time to collide. The time to collide can be found out by distance, which is 44.9 divided by speed. Once you get this time, then you can find the height at which it collides. So the height of collision, the height at which it collides is given by ut plus half at square. So u is 30 into time is exactly this value, so 44.9 divided by 30 minus half into 10 into 44.9 divided by 30 square. So solving this, you will get the answer. Now, this is a question which you should opt out generally, because this kind of question is lengthy, unnecessarily lengthy and calculative. So this kind of question probably you should solve it at the end, but it is not difficult, it is average question difficulty wise. It's just lengthy. But for mains point of view, probably you should solve it at the end only when you have not got any other question. That's how you need to do it. Yeah, so the answer roughly comes out to be 33.7, assuming these values, but if the values are different, then we'll probably get a slightly different answer. Okay. Yes, Ria will have a Kaju Katli today. Can we use Sx and equate? Yes, displacement is ut plus half at square. You can do that as well. Yep, Siddharth, definitely. Now, going ahead with the next one. Going ahead, you will still get the same thing, by the way, okay? Nothing will be different. Okay, now there were two wires given. Just check this out, guys. If this was the kind of question which was asked, there were two wires given and both of them have same diameter, same length, but resistance per centimeter, or sorry, resistivity is different. The equivalent resistance is 3 ohm. The question was to find out the length of each wire. Okay, so what do you do in this case? First of all, try to find out what is the resistance of copper separately and try to find out the resistance of nickel separately. Resistance is resistivity into length by area. Area is nothing but pi r square, but here I have been given, if I'm not wrong, yeah, diameter, but yes, I can easily convert it into radius. So pi r square, which is rho L by A. So what is the resistivity of copper? The resistivity of copper is 12 micro is 10 to the power minus 6 divided by centimeter. If you convert it into meter, it will be 10 to the power minus 2 meter because it is divided by. Okay, just check this out if this was the case. Yes, I feel that probably the unit should not be divided by. Just check this out. Was it per centimeter given or was it ohm centimeter given? What was the question, guys? Just check this out, because unit of resistivity is definitely not per centimeter. Yep, just check it out. Just check it out. It was resistive. It was mu per centimeter, or was it into centimeter? Okay, Sasi, don't worry. Even if it was 35, you can solve it by substituting 35 in the previous question. The concept is important. Remember, these are memory based questions. Don't break your head over it. Okay, so I have a feeling that this upon was not there. It should be ohm centimeter. So if it is just ohm centimeter, then what will happen is this should become 12. This should become 12 and this should become into 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 to the power minus 2. This is what it will become, ohm centimeter. Into the length divided by pi, you can just put pi as pi right now, into radius. What is the radius? Radius will be 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter is 10 to the power minus 3 meters. 10 to the power minus 3 meters, so square. Okay, so that's what it is. Now just rearrange it and see what you get. You will get 10 to the power minus 6, 10 to the power minus 6, which cancels out. You will have 12 divided by 10 to the power minus 2 is 100 pi, and you will have L over here. So that's the resistance. That's the resistance of copper. Similarly, you can find the resistance of nickel. Resistance of nickel. What will be the resistance of nickel? It will be very, very similar, guys. I'll do it over here. So it will be resistivity, which is 51 micro, which is 10 to the power minus 6 centimeters. This was not there. So into 10 to the power minus 2. And you will have length over there and divided by pi into again 1 millimeter. So that is 10 to the power minus 3 whole square. So just do the math and you will see this will be 51 divided by 100 pi. So that is resistance of nickel. Now the only thing left is the equivalent resistance is 3. So 1 by 3 is 1 by this plus 1 by this. So 1 by, this one, 51 by 100 pi plus 1 by 51L actually, 51L divided by 100 pi, yes, now it's fine. So 12L divided by 100 pi. So just rearrange this, you will get the answer. So you will have 100 pi by L coming out, and you will have 1 by 51 plus 1 by 12, I guess, and take the L on the other side. So L will be 100 pi divided by 3, 1 by 51 plus 1 by 12. So that's what you need to do. Yes, okay. 10 power. No. It's into centimeter. Be careful. Yeah, be careful. Yeah. I hope this is clear. Sugan, see, it is resistivity. It will be not per centimeter. It will be into centimeter. That's the unit of resistivity. So when you multiply by centimeters, you will have to put it as 10 to the power minus 2. Okay. So that's what you need to do. Be careful. Yeah. So solve this and you will get the answer. Next question coming up on your screen. Yep. So yes, 3 ohm was the equivalent resistance. That's what we have done, and they are in parallel. Yep, correct. Now next question, just check this out. If this was what was there, 3 vectors of equal magnitude are shown in the figure. Find the angle formed by A plus B minus C. Interesting. Yes. So what you need to do is, first of all, just probably resolve all the vectors, so that will make it look little bit easy. Assume all the magnitudes are, let's say, 1. So this vector will be B cos 45, which is assuming all the vectors are magnitude 1, because you just need to find out the magnitude. So doesn't matter. So just take this as 1 by root 2 then, and this one over here will also be 1 by root 2. Makes sense, because cos 45 and sin 45 will be the same. Similarly, split this into again 2 parts. This will be cos 60. Cos 60 is half, so this will be 1 by 2, and this will be nothing but root 3 by 2. And lastly, this one over here, this vector and this vector, split it. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2, so this will be root 3 by 2, and this will be half, because sin 30 is half. So these are the components. Now if you just work this equation out, A plus B minus C, what is A? A will be half I cap plus root 3 by 2 J cap. Okay, that's A. Plus B. What is B? It is minus 1 by root 2 I cap. Okay, minus 1 by root 2 I cap plus 1 by root 2 J cap. Okay, minus C. What is C vector? C vector is nothing but, look at it, I component and J component both are negative. So minus half I cap minus root 3 by 2 J cap. See, this is what you are getting. Yep. So C की direction B वाली है. Okay, I'm not sure, but this is the question that we got. If something else was given in the question, then you will have to accordingly adjust it. Okay. Just see that. Okay, now just rearrange these equations and see what and all will get cancelled. So first of all, minus minus plus half is 1. So look at all the I cap terms. So I'll have 1 and minus 1 by root 2. I have I cap. Root 3 by 2 is over here. Minus minus plus root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 is root 3. So root 3, yeah, so I have root 3 plus 1 by root 2. I have j cap. So now once I get this, getting the angle is not a difficult task. If this is the angle with the x-axis, the y component is root 3 plus 1 by root 2. The x component is 1 minus 1 by root 2. So basically tan of theta will be this number by this number. So root 3 plus 1 by root 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by root 2. So that's going to be, take LCM, so it will become root 6 plus 1 divided by root 2 minus 1. So root 6 plus 1 upon root 2 minus 1, that's option A, guys. Just check this out. Did you guys get it? Did you guys get it? Harshit, like I have mentioned before, Shimon sir won't be taking the class because he's out of town, okay? And there is no network connectivity over there. Yeah, so that's option A. Great. So music stories had skipped it. Actually, this was just based on trigonometry and basic algebra. If you had solved it, pretty sure you would have got those 4 marks in your pocket. Okay. Now, next thing, if E represents energy, G represents gravity, and M represents mass, L represents angular momentum, find this value's dimension. Okay, so what is the dimension of E first? So the dimensional value of energy is mass raised to 1, L raised to 2, because kg meter square per second square. So that's what energy is. Next, just try to figure out what is G. Okay, if you remember the formula, F is GMM by R square, then you will get G is F R by M square. So the dimension of force is nothing but kg, which is mass raised to 1, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 2. We have R square over here. So R square means length raised to 2 upon mass square, which is M raised to 2. So basically what I will get is the dimension of G is nothing but, just check this out, if everybody is getting this particular point, everybody, yep, yeah, everyone, very good, yeah, be careful about this. Cool. So what you will get is nothing but M raised to minus 1, and you will have L cube, and you will have T raised to minus 2. So that is what G's dimensional constant is. And eventually what you will see is what is there, mass is also there, and angular momentum. So the dimension of mass is M only, so there is no catch in that. The dimension of angular momentum, be careful, angular momentum will be, try to think about it, angular momentum is mRV. So mRV, that means mass raised to 1, velocity is meters per second into this R is meter, so L raised to 2 divided by time, because second is there below, so T raised to minus 1. So these are the things. Now just substitute over there and you will get the answer. So this thing over here will be G raised to minus 2, M square, E raised to minus 3, L cube. Just substitute everything. So M is mass, so it will be nothing but M square, and then you have L cube, angular momentum cube. So it will be M cube into L raised to 6 into T raised to minus 3. Okay, because you are cubing it. Okay, L cube is taken care of. G raised to minus 2. So G is there below and it is squared. So it will be M raised to minus 2, L raised to 6 into T raised to minus 4. This is what G square in the bottom will look like. And energy cube at the bottom will be the cube of this, which will be M cube, L raised to 6, and what else is there? T raised to minus 2. So T raised to minus 6. So just solve this and see what do you guys get. What was the answer that you guys were getting? Just check it out. Somebody is saying A. Was it A? Just check any one dimension, probably that will help you eliminate the options. Probably even if you look at the dimension of time, t raised to minus 3, t raised to minus 6, t raised to minus 3, t raised to minus 4 and t raised to minus 3 will become t raised to 7. Yes, t raised to 7 is only there in one of the option, so option A should be correct. Yep, A option should be correct. Yep, it is correct. So you could have avoided other calculations. You can just check any one dimension and eliminate, you know, other things. So it will just speeden up the process. Okay, next question coming up on your screen. Yep, Ajo, it looks like the examination was lengthy by the, you know, at least the initial questions that I have. Looks like all the questions were lengthy little bit, but yes, otherwise it was average or easy. Okay, in a standard YDAC setup, the distance between the slits is D, distance between the screen, everything is given. First maxima for red light is at Y1, and for violet light, the first maxima is at Y2. Find the difference between the wavelengths of these light. So for red light, the value of Y, I hope you remember, is n lambda d by d. This n will be 1 because it's the first maxima. The question is, it says it's the first maxima, correct? Now from this I can find lambda 1. That lambda 1 will be nothing but d into y1 divided by capital D. Similarly, for the violet light, I can immediately write down lambda 2 will be d y2 divided by d. Again, for the for the first maxima, everything is for the first maxima, so that's what you need to do. Now just subtract both of them and you will get the answer. So that's what the question says. So find the difference between the wavelengths. So the difference between the wavelengths, lambda 1 minus lambda 2 will be d by d into y1 minus y2. So d by d into y1 minus y2, that is option C, I guess. How many of you got this? How many of you got this? Hari Prasanna, looks like the questions were easy, but some questions are seemingly lengthy or calculative. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing. Oh, yes, the correct answer is C. Next question coming up on your screen. Yeah, this one was easy one. Don't worry. Next question. There is a LCR circuit and the question is to find the capacitance in order to get maximum power. Given XL is 250, frequency is 50 Hertz. So maximum power, when do you guys get maximum power? This is only at resonance. Keep this in mind. At resonance, maximum power is lost across the AC circuit, and at resonance, the value of XC and the value of XL are equal to each other. The reactance, capacitive and inductive, both are equal. Now, what is the capacitive reactance? Capacitive reactance is 1 by omega C, and XL is already mentioned to be 250. So C will be nothing but 250 times of omega. But do I know the value of omega? Yes, indirectly. How? Because I know the frequency. Frequency and omega, how are they related? Omega is 2 pi f, standard formula. So 2 pi into f. Just do the math and I think you should get the answer. Yep. Very good, very good, very good. So how many of you got this? How many of you got this? So see, what are you guys getting? Were you guys getting it as option B, 12.75? 12.7 microfarad. Very good. Aishwarya says +4. Excellent, Savita. Yes, you will use omega is 2 pi f. Very good, GGOP. Very good, Winborn. Excellent. Okay, Neeraj saying me and Hari same question. Very good. All right. Very good, guys. So let's get moving to the next one coming up on your screen. Again, a calculative one. The question itself had 255. So that makes it even more simple, Viraj Kandolkar. I mean, you don't even have to find out the value of 250 pi and then invert it and all of that. So that is even more easier. Okay, chalo. Let's get moving to the next question. The question was the power loss in the battery. Now, understand, this battery has some internal resistance. This has some internal resistance. So the power loss within the battery means the power loss in the internal resistance. That's the indirect way of looking at this question. So the power loss in the internal resistance will be current square into the internal resistance. Now what will be the current? Current will be the total voltage divided by total resistance. So what is the total voltage? Well, it is 2.2. What is the total resistance of this circuit? Well, that's 0.6 plus 0.55. Yes, is that correct? Everybody getting it? Everybody? Great. So that thing whole square into the resistance. What is the resistance? Well, it is 0.6. So this will be nothing but 2.2 square into 0.6 divided by 0.6 plus 0.55, 0.15, yeah, no, 1.15 whole square. So just do the math and just see what you guys got in the examination. How many of you guys got it? SPM, if you want to go really fast, like I have been telling before, you need to travel at very high speeds. Only then time will be fast for you, because then the time will be relative. So 1 minus v square by c square. This is the relativity formula. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, so that's the only way you can go fast, bacha. Chalo, let's get going to the next one. Okay, chalo, that was 2.2 watts. Did you guys get 2.2 watts? Okay, no joke. External resistance was something else. Viraj, if the external resistance was something else, then same method. What is this saying? Memory based discussion. So get to know the concept. So we are not telling you that whatever values are there over here might be exactly the same. So students come out of the examination hall, you also know that in that tension, remembering those 80-90 questions is a highly difficult task. So whatever you could remember, probably you will tell, and some of the values could be here and there, on and off. So don't worry about it. Okay. I don't know, Sibi, you should probably mail NT and ask why they ask resonance question. I don't know. Okay. So next question, guys, coming up on your screen. So let's figure this out. So the next question was to find out the change in the change in the stopping potential when the wavelength changes from this to this. Now, the general formula is hc by lambda is the work function plus E into Vs. Now, if you take the difference, as in this is lambda 1, this is Vs1, and you have another wavelength lambda 2, work function won't change, and this is Vs2. Then if you just subtract the two, what will you get? You will get hc 1 by lambda 1 minus 1 by lambda 2 is equal to 5 gets cancelled, and I'll have E into Vs1 minus stopping potential 2. Now the question was to find the change in the stopping potential. So let's figure this out. So Vs1 minus Vs2, take that E below. So it will be hc divided by E 1 by lambda 1 minus 1 by lambda 2. Just check this out. This is what you will get. So now it's just a matter of substitution. So what is the value of hc in nanometers and electron volt? Well, it is 1240 electron volt, and E is E only, and this is assuming lambdas are in nanometer. So we'll have 1 by 280 nanometer minus 1 by 480 nanometer. Just do the math and see, because E and E will get cancelled, and just do this 1240 into 480 minus 280 divided by 280 into 480. Just take the LCM. Just see what you guys get. Yep. 124. Vishal, that 12400 is when wavelength is in Armstrong, not in nanometer. So when it is in nanometer, it is just 1240. Be careful. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Captain America, hold on, bacha. Now it's for 2021. You leave your comment after the video. We'll definitely get back to you. Just check if you're getting somewhere close to 1.845. Oh yes, C. Ram Reddy says 1.8. Yes, that should be the answer. I don't know whether it was an integer type or whether it was an objective question. So if it was integer type, probably you need to mark it with more decimals. But yes, if it was, options, then it is much easier. Freddy, there is a shortcut na bacha. hc by lambda, hc is 1240 electron volt, assuming in everything else is in nanometers. So this is E. So when you have divided by E, this will be also E. This E and this E will get cancelled, no? Obviously. Yep. I hope that makes sense. Okay, cool. Ananda, E, how do I cancel? Matlab, if something is there in the numerator and denominator, I can cancel it. I hope this is fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So that's electron volt. What is the meaning of electron volt? E is that electron charge 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay. Next question based on logic gates. Now this was also very easy. GGOP Shimon sir will take the class in few days, bacha, as soon as he gets proper internet connectivity or when he's back in town. Okay. It is in formula revision also. Yes, correct. Now this is first of all this part. Okay, just look at this part. This one over here is nothing but actually a NOT gate. Same thing, even this one is a NOT gate. You can very easily prove it. It's not a big deal because both the terminals will have the same input. If this is 0, okay, sorry. If this is 0 and there is a, yeah, not over here, 0 and 0, 1. 1's opposite, yeah, 0 and, sorry, my bad, 1 second, let me just check. Yeah, this was an AND gate, okay. 0 and 0, sorry, 0 and 0's opposite is 1, yep. Now, if it was 1 and this was also 1, then 1 and 1, 1, 1's opposite, it's 0. So this will perfectly function like a NOT gate, yep. Now, once you know this, just think about the equivalent circuit. The equivalent circuit will be a NOT gate with AND gate and a NOT gate over here, that's it. Now this is nothing but, you know, A bar dot B bar. This dot because it is AND, this is AND, remember that. And this bar is for that NOT over there. So A bar dot B bar is nothing but A plus B whole bar, which is nothing but a NOR gate. NOR why? Because this plus stands for the OR and that bar will make it NOR gate. So that N comes from that bar. Okay, makes sense? So yes, the answer is option C, NOR gate. Beautiful, many of you have got it. Okay, 160 Parimala, you will probably get the lower ranked NITs, not the top ranked NITs. It's very difficult to get top rank. Chaitanya ji, the way it is, I feel the paper level, I'll tell you in a bit, I'll tell you how the paper analysis is. Just give me 1 second. After I finish all the questions, I'll let you know the paper analysis. Now, the next one, the badminton racket one. And I hope this was what exactly was given. Just check the lens, everything else. To find the moment of inertia about an axis passing from a point r by 2 from the end. So this is the point about which you need to find it out. And let's start marking the lens first of all. So this is r by 2. But the center of mass is not there. So this is the point about which the rod is made to rotate. But actual center of mass is somewhere else. So where is the center of mass is going to be? It's going to be here. This is where the center of mass is going to be. And that distance we all know will be the length by 2. What is the length of the rod? It is 6r. So naturally this will be 3r. I feel I will need this distance because I will have to use parallel axis theorem. Yes, I'll have to use parallel axis theorem. So I will need this distance. How much will this be? 3r minus r by 2. 3r minus 0.5 is 2.5. 2.5 is 5 by 2. So this will be 5r divided by 2. Okay, fair enough. Now similarly, for the top one, the radius of the circle is r. Now you will have to find the ring's moment of inertia about this point. So first of all, try to understand this itself is 3r. This itself is 3r. So when you shift the axis from here till here, how much will this total length be? Think about it. How much will this total length be? Because I'll have to eventually shift the axis from the center till this point. R plus 3r plus 5r by 2. Acha, so it is R plus 3R plus 5R by 2. So 4 2 is 8, 8 plus 5, 13. So this will be 13R by 2. Just check this out. Very good. Now what you need to do is just apply parallel axis theorem for the ring separately and for the rod separately. First let's do for the ring. The moment of inertia of the ring about the central axis is m. I think the mass of the ring, yes, it is capital M, mr square, plus shifted by this entire distance. What is that distance? 13r by 2. So m 13r by 2 whole square. This is only for the ring, and this is using parallel axis theorem. That's it. Next, similarly for the rod. For the rod about the center of mass, it is m length square by 12, ml square by 12. But the length is not L nor R, it is 6R. So it will be 6R whole square. Plus shift it over here. So when you shift it, you will have small m and this distance square, which is 5R by 2 whole square. This is what the complete expression looks like. Now it's just a matter of simplifying it. It's not that difficult. So you can see mr square is common, and you will have 1 plus 169 by 4 over here, and over here what will you have? You will have mr square common, and 6 square, that's 36. 36 by 12, that's 3, plus 5 square, that's 25 by 4. That's what you're going to get. So now what is 169 plus 4? That's 173 and by 4, and that's 4 3s are 12, 12 plus 25, 37. So is that option A? Just check this out. I feel you will get option A. Very good. This is lengthy question and very tricky question. So I'll put it in the hard category again. So this question will be in the hard category. So the difficult type. Not many people will probably land up with the correct answer, especially if the options are very confusing. So CB, yes, the ring will influence the center of mass, correct bacha, but remember we are trying to find the rod separately and the ring separately. So when I said center of mass, it was the center of mass of the rod only. This is not for anything else. So I've shifted rod's moment of inertia from here to here. For the ring, I have shifted it from the center of mass of the ring to here. Where is it? Here. So always shift from the respective center of mass. The shifts are different for the rod and everything. Okay. Chaitanya, if you are getting 150, I really doubt it, bacha, if you will get any even decent NIT or decent branch. It's very difficult unless you have some category. Okay, it's difficult. Next question. There is a soap bubble. There is a soap bubble. If Ashwin, the ring was rotating about the diameter, then it will be different. It will be mr square by 2. But I think it was mentioned in the question that, from what we got, it is rotating about an axis perpendicular to the plane of the ring. But if the question was different, then you have to solve it slightly differently. Yes, CB, you can separate like that, definitely. So whenever you find moment of inertia, you find moment of inertia of individual bodies separately and then club them together to find the total moment of inertia. You can add moment of inertias individually for all the bodies about the same axis. Keep this in mind. Okay, chalo. There is a soap bubble, and what is happening over here is there is a big bubble, there is a small bubble. This radius is 3, this radius is 6, and you have to find what will be the radius of the equivalent bubble which will have the same excess pressure. First of all, in this region, how much excess pressure is there so that this bubble also has the same excess pressure? The answer is simple. In this part, the excess pressure is because of the outer bubble plus the inner bubble. So it will be 4s by 6 centimeters plus 4s by 3 centimeters. From the outside, add 4s by r to get the pressure here, plus 4s by r to get the pressure inside. This will be equal to the pressure in this bubble excess pressure, which will be 4s by small r. Now I can clearly see 4s, 4s, 4s will cancel. Now you know what to do. Take LCM and let me know, guys, what is the answer. Yep, what is the answer? Is it not 2 centimeters? B, very good, very good. Pakka. Yes, it is 2 centimeters. Excellent. Okay. Now the next question. Oh, the questions are over. So these were the questions that we could gather in the short time, but if I get some more questions, I will attach a PDF in few hours, and probably that might have some few, maybe 1 or 2 more questions. That's it. Now if your marks are very low and if you think that my paper did not go well and I do not want to compromise on NIT or IIT, I want to give a reattempt, guys, there is a batch which has just started which is called as the dropper batch. So that is, you know, the 13th standard, which is the repeaters batch. The entire 12-month course will cover 11th and 12th standard syllabus with test series, with assignments, with course material, with live classes, discussion classes, mock tests towards the end, and this course will be there till the end of JEE Advanced next year, that's 2022. So that's a batch which you can look forward to, especially if you are in the repeaters or if you think you want to repeat. Now you don't have to pay the entire amount, you can pay per month, that's 3,600. There is a link in the description box. If you are watching it right now, there is a link in the description box, you can see over here. So yep, where is it? Yep. Vedantu Pro subscription. Okay, so this is for droppers, that's JEE 2022. Now every detail has been mentioned. Now the reason why you should consider drop is when you are convinced that yes, I am not going to compromise on a local college, I don't want to go to any random private college, pay those extra fees and get a low package, and I want that NIT or IIT tag, only then please take a drop. If you are okay to compromise, then you can go. If you are okay for that normal payment and normal degree, then definitely please go ahead, it's fine. And I'm not saying that is wrong, it's fine, it's completely your choice. But if you are ready to put in that hard work, willing to study well for next 1 year, and you really think you can do it, please go ahead, because trust me, IITs and NITs are worth it. The tag of IIT and the tag of that NIT that you get from a good college, obviously, and doing those good branches is completely worth it. So 1 year of sacrifice makes more sense than struggling hard for the next few 5 to 10 years in your life trying to match up to the level of an IITian or an NITian. So please try to understand, it's not like you're wasting 1 year. You are trying to get a head start in your life just by, you know, preparing well for 1 year. So for 98.5, can you get NIT? Yes, Siddharth, you can get NIT, but maybe not the topmost NITs and not the topmost branches. Yeah. So all the best, Ashwin, for your shift tomorrow morning. And Annamalai, I think Shimon sir's class will not be there because Shimon sir is out of town, Bacha. I think he had mentioned also. So there is no internet connectivity. If if Wazim sir has got more questions, I think he will come back over here very soon. Now, remember, this course has not only live classes, but also the classes get recorded, test series with the report cards, assignments, notes, extra problems for practice. This course is going to keep you busy for the next 1 year. We'll make sure that you get into IIT and NIT. So if you are really focused, please consider joining this right away, because you cannot waste any more time. You cannot think, let me attend the counseling in November, October, let's see what do we get, and then let's prepare for the dropper batch. That will be too late to join any dropper batch in any institute. So that is a too late decision, because the first attempt only will come in February or March for the next year. So hardly few months are remaining for the next attempt. So doubt solving will also be there. You will see that you will get 30% off, and you will get more 10% off using the code SHHPRO or Enthuse. And remember, the course price is 3,600 per month. Okay, so that's if you want to pay monthly installment, and these packages differ by only few things. If you want doubt solving on mobile app, then you will go for the classic version. If you want some personal mentorship, then you will go for the plus version. Most of the students usually go for the classic version because they want doubt solving. Few students want that extra mentorship, so they go for the plus version. So that's something which you should definitely consider looking for. Okay. 220, is it a good score? Imran, yes, it is a good score. Sriram, 220 is a good score, bacha. Yep. Should I take a drop? My highest percentile is 94.4. If it is 94.4, I would say most of the top NITs, top branches are out of reach. Okay, so Saket, all the best, bacha. Now, if you are going to write the exam tomorrow or any other shift, all the best. All those of you have written the JEE Mains right now and you have got a fair idea of your score, decide really quick whether you want to take a drop or whether you are okay with that decent percentile or whatever random percentile and ready to compromise on the NIT, and or probably you're okay with another private college which you are getting around your house. So it's up to you. Make the decision really quick because the batches have started and the next batch is going to start this Monday again. Okay, so that's it from my side. If Wazim sir is going to be live, he will be back soon. I'm not sure. Okay, if he has more questions, but if I get more questions, I'll just put it up in the PDF and let you guys know. That's it from my side. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Hasta la vista.